So, hey class, welcome back to StudyWeb Academy, where education is without limits. Welcome back to our English class, and let's continue looking at the drug use and abuse, drug use and abuse. So, basically, I was talking about the commonly abused drugs. So, these are the drugs we know, the drugs we've come across, the drugs that we've had people say and we've had people talk about. So, we know these drugs. So, the first drug I talked about is alcohol. And alcohol is basically just a beverage that is found in stuff like beer, wine, spirit, such stuff. Okay, and then there's always a percentage of it written in these beverages. Okay, the next common or commonly abused drug we know is tobacco or nicotine. So tobacco is also called nicotine. So don't forget about that. So that's the other drug. So with nicotine is highly addictive, very, very addictive. What do I mean by addictive? This drug is like when you use it, you don't want to stop using it. So it's very, very addictive, very highly addictive. It's found in tobacco. So nicotine itself is a highly addictive substance found in tobacco or tobacco products such as cigarettes, cigars, and vaping devices. So we have the vaping devices, we have cigars, we have cigarettes, okay? So nicotine is the substance that is found inside these substances or inside these products. It acts as a stimulant, creating temporary relaxation or alertness. So you find someone someone wants to work for a long time, or you want to just get busy for a long time without feeling sleepy. So you find these people use the cigars, the cigarette, or the vaping devices because they want to feel relaxed and stay alert. So they will choose to use this nicotine or tobacco, okay? So nicotine is the substance, get this clear, nicotine is the substance that is found inside tobacco substances or tobacco products, okay? And these products include the cigars, the cigarettes, and the vaping devices. Another commonly used or commonly abused drug is cannabis. This is what we all know as marijuana or weed, okay? So this is a plant containing a psychoactive compound like the THC, that big word there. So it's a plant-like substance that can induce altered perceptions. It can induce altered or changed perceptions, mood changes, and relaxation. It's commonly smoked or consumed for its psychoactive effects. So with the marijuana, you smoke it, okay? Because you want to feel some change of mood. You want to feel relaxed. You want to feel hyper, happy. You want to feel just relaxed and comfortable. So what do you choose to do? You use this cannabis, marijuana. And these are illegal drugs that I'm talking about, okay? Cannabis is not allowed in most countries. Like most African countries or even the other countries you know of, they don't allow marijuana. But there are specific countries too. You can do your research on that too and find out these countries that actually allow the use of this drug, okay? This drug here. So it's illegal in other countries, but legal in other countries too. So some of the countries, the drug is illegal, and when found, you can be jailed for a couple of years or very many years, or even charged, okay? And some other countries, it's very, very, very legal, just like alcohol. It's very, very legal. So it depends with the countries. You can do a research and find out these countries that actually allow it. So that is another commonly abused drug. Then we have another drug here. It's called we have the prescription medicines. Prescription medicines. So this category includes the opioids. We talked about this. So these are drugs that are legally, mark that word, they're legally prescribed and can be used, and when taken, or they're legally prescribed for use, but again, they can be abused. Get that clear. So I give you an example. A doctor tells you, maybe you're in pain, right? So take these painkillers, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, and 2 at night. But because you are in so much pain, or you feel so much pain inside, you decide to abuse this drug. So what do? You decide to take more than required. You take more than required. You decide to take a lot of it, okay? So you take like 4 in the morning instead of 2. Then even before evening, you take other 2. Even before night, you take 4 more. So you're basically overusing this drug. Yes, it's very, very legal and it's for your benefit. It's treating you, okay? But you can abuse it because you are overusing it. So it's abused when taken outside prescribed guidelines, okay? So the way you are guided to take it, you decide to go against that, so you're abusing that drug. So that is another commonly abused drug too. We have also something we call cocaine. This is a powerful stimulant. Again, cocaine is a stimulant. We've met some stimulants too when I've talked about them. Another one is cocaine. So it's a very powerful stimulant drug derived from a coca plant. So the cocaine comes from a coca plant. It produces euphoria, increases energy, and heightened alertness. So once you take cocaine, its effects are here. The side effects are here. It produces euphoria. It increases your energy. You feel more energized again, and then it just makes you very alert, very, very alert. So that is cocaine. Then we have another drug here. It's called the methamphetamine or methamphetamine, okay? It's a potent and highly addictive synthetic stimulant that affects the central nervous system. So that is another commonly abused drug. So I know most people even use these drugs and they don't know the names, but they just have local names for it. So you can be knowing a local name for certain drug, but you don't know its real scientific name. So these are some of the commonly abused drugs. We have heroin again. Now with heroin, it's illegal. It's an illegal opioid drug derived from morphine. So heroin comes from morphine and it is highly addictive and produces a powerful euphoric effect. So again, heroin is very, very addictive, okay? And then it produces a very powerful euphoric effect. So that's another commonly abused drug. Then we have the ecstasy, the MDMA. So this is another commonly abused drug. Now with this one, it's a synthetic drug known for its stimulant and hallucinogenic properties. So you become highly stimulated and then you just start hallucinating, having your own, forming your own pictures and having your own feelings, just being in your own world. And it's often used in social settings and parties for its effect on mood and perception. Now, like I gave an example, you go visit your friend or you go for a certain party and you feel bored, you just seated on your seat and very bored, having your juice or whatever you're drinking and just listening to the music. You went to your friend's birthday, right? Or birthday party. Then some of your other friends come and they tell you you look bored, you're making everything boring, oh, you should not be here if you don't feel like. Then because you're feeling bad of how they're talking and they're making you feel bad, they give you this drug and tell you that this will lighten up your mood actually. So that's what they usually say. So they will tell you this will lighten up your mood, so take this. So because you don't want to be a burden or you don't want them to see you as a boring person, you decide to take it. And then this alters your mood and your perspective. So you just become hyped up, very happy and just jumpy and just having fun. So this is the side effect of the ecstasy drugs, okay? So that's another type. And look at other types here. We have the LSD. So most of these types I'm looking at, some of you haven't heard them, but they're commonly abused drugs. So like I said, people would use them and know them. They know their names. They know them very well in their local dialect or their local languages or in a local language that people describe them as, but they don't know their scientific name. So we have the LSDs. Now, with the LSDs, it's a hallucinogenic. With LSDs, it's a hallucinogenic drug that alters thoughts, perceptions, and feelings. This drug will alter your thought, perception, and feelings, okay? So it's called the LSD. Again, it's another commonly abused drug. Then we have the psilocybins, okay? The psilocybins, something like that. The magic mushrooms. I love calling them like that because the scientific name is complex, okay? So we have the magic mushrooms. These ones are naturally occurring hallucinogens, They are naturally occurring hallucinogens found in certain types of mushrooms. they can induce altered states of consciousness or consciousness and sensory perception. So this one will make you, the magic mushroom will just make you start hallucinating. So we have that as another type. So look at the two last types here, the ketamine and the inhalants. So with the ketamine, it's a dissociative anesthetic, often used in medical settings, but can be abused for instance genetic effects. This one is very common for patients who have undergone operation. It's a drug that will make them, it's used for medical purposes, for anesthetic use, okay? So it's used in medical settings. So because people see the effect of the hallucinogenic effects, they will want to use them and abuse them. So that is another drug, okay? Then lastly, we have the inhalants. These are solvents, okay? When we talk about solvent, is something that is liquid in liquid form, right? Or it can be in solvent form, or a spray or aerosol sprays, okay? And nitrates, okay? Which produce mind-altering effects when inhaled. They can include household products and chemicals. So those are the types of drugs I mentioned, the ones that are commonly used. Take note, we have other types, very, very many other types, but these are the common ones we know. So I've talked about the alcohol, talked about the tobacco, nicotine, the cannabis, marijuana, the prescription medicines. Then I looked at the cocaine, the methamphetamine, the heroin, ecstasy, LSD, psilocybins, and then I don't know what's wrong with my battery, but it's okay. Then I looked at the ketamine and the inhalants. So those are the types I looked at, okay? So now let's move on and look at the commonly abused drugs and their effects. So now we're not just mentioning them, but we're looking at their effects too. So we're looking at these commonly abused drugs and their effects. So that is what we're going to be looking at. So the first one is tobacco. Now, like I said, this tobacco or nicotine is highly addictive chemical found in tobacco plants. Nicotine is a highly addictive chemical found in tobacco plants or tobacco products. And I talked about products like cigarettes, and the one that the vaping devices, the vaping products, okay? So its effect, it acts as a stimulant, leading to increased alertness, relaxation, and temporary mood boost. Long-term use can cause addiction, increased heart rate, elevated blood pressure, and various health issues such as cancer, lung diseases, and heart problems. Now, take a keynote of these effects here. Who would really want to put their life on the line, risk their life to get such lifelong issues like cancer, lung diseases, and heart problems? Now, you don't want to be in this situation, so just do not use these drugs. And even if someone is pursuing you and trying to tell you to use them, just avoid them, because look at the effects here. As much as they will increase your alertness, make you feel relaxed, give you some temporary boost mood, or you're feeling hyper, nice, high, they have a long-term lasting effect. You will have increased lung rates, and this will make you faint sometimes. You can't do like hard jobs or tasks that require a lot of energy. You see, it will limit you to even enjoy life. Yes, you're enjoying now, you want to feel high and stuff, but it has a long-term effect. You become addicted. Then there's increased heart rate, elevated blood pressure. Again, you're told something small, a shocking news, whether happy or sad, you the next thing you know, you're dead, okay? Then there's you can even have various health issues, such as cancer, lung diseases, and heart problems. So the best thing is just to avoid it. So that is a side effect of using tobacco. It really, really has a long-term effect that will take time for you to get better and just heal from it. So just avoid it. It's a very, very, it's a stimulant, or acts as a stimulant, and it has long-term effects, and I've talked about them. So just avoid such drugs and live a healthy life.